And now, giving birth to a child is one of the most incredible moments of any woman and man's life if they're part of the process. And while it can be a magical experience, it can also be an emotional, painful and sometimes traumatic time. So how would you respond if you were asked to have the birth of your first child filmed for the entertainment of the nation? Well, my next guest decided that's exactly what they wanted to do. Let's have a little look.
So when you next feel you want to push, you can just bear down. I'm just going to try and guide her up in between your legs, all right? Oh, where are you going, baby? Just try to turn a little head. Do you want to give me a bit of a push, Heather? I think she's trying to be born now, isn't she? Do you want to give me a bit of a push?
Go on, Heather.
Push down, lean back for me. Just to get the rest of her out.
Look at me, look at me, look at me.
Just push back for me. Just stay back for me. Can you push back for me? Just push, lean back. And then give me a big, big push for the rest of your baby. Big, big push. Big push, big push. There you go. Well done. 29 minutes past. Well done.
Oh, please welcome Heather and Danny Greig, along with baby Eivissa and their midwife Jayne Moore. We're all kind of close to tears just watching that moment. It was so emotional, so wonderful, and so peaceful as well. So whose decision was it? Was it you, Heather, or you, Danny, who said, yeah, let's go for it?
I think I'm to blame, yeah. I remember our midwife said to us, we're in the office one day, and she's like, oh, they've been in touch, would you like to do it? And I jumped at the top and said, yeah, of course. And then Heather responded with,
I don't want to show my bits. But once we spoke to the producers and realised how the show was made and how they work alongside the mums to represent it in a way that everyone's happy, I thought, what a great opportunity.
And they obviously want a kind of variety of different kinds of births, different situations, different kinds of couples. So did you at that point know that you wanted a very peaceful, calm, as natural a birth as you possibly could?
I thought about my birth for quite a few years, and I thought, I want it to be a positive experience that we can both enjoy. And, you know, you hear so many horror stories, and I thought, if I can show a different side to it, what a great opportunity. So,
and you just never know, though, even if you had those intentions, it can always go another way, can't it? But yours went to plan. It was a textbook birth.
A lot of people said how focused I looked, and I think that's what it was. I was very focused on what I wanted to do and how I wanted it to go. So
how does it work then, Danny? You know, are there lights, cameras everywhere? Is it kind of like here? Are the producers running around with scripts telling you what, you know, what they're expecting next?
It's so uninvasive, isn't it?
Big Brother for birth.
Yeah, it's Big Brother for birth, basically. It's like candid cameras in every corner of the room, but within like 2 or 3 minutes of being in the room, I'm sure you kind of agree, you're there all the time, you completely forget about it. You just don't realise they're there. Every now and then you glimpse them kind of zooming in on you. But really, we were just focused on Eivissa.
Jayne, you wouldn't kind of, as midwives, you wouldn't really allow it to go ahead if it was going to do anything that was going to, you know, be detriment to the baby or the mum or even your process. So it has to be completely out of the way.
Yes, exactly. We wouldn't let it impact on care anyway. And we just got really used to the cameras. They were so small. You just got really used to them. They were there for 7 weeks, and you didn't really notice them by the end of the time. And when you were looking after somebody in labour, it just flew by doing your job, and you forgot about the camera.
Because the LGI in Leeds is where this series of One Born Every Minute is based, and you've worked there for a while.
Yeah, 10 years. Yes.
So what was the buzz like on the ward then when the midwives got word of the fact that it was going to be the subject of?
Oh, we were really excited, really nervous, and then we had a chance to talk to the producers and the director, and everyone got really comfortable with the idea, and we were just really loving watching it now.
Now, Danny was just so wonderfully emotional.
That's a mess.
A mess. And you must, I mean, you know, people love that, though. They loved seeing you like that, and I think, you know, you must see, there you are, look, you're just so in the moment there. You must see all kinds of different reactions from partners and fathers and dads who are in that room, and often it's not a man, sometimes it's a mother, isn't it, who comes in with a lady who's giving birth. So do you kind of get used to it, or does even seeing that make you think, oh, that was special?
Yeah, it always chokes you a little bit when the birth partner kind of gets a little bit emotional and choked, but you kind of snap out of it quickly and get on with your job, really. But watching it back on screen, it makes me feel a bit more emotional, because I know I've not got a job to do. I can just kind of enjoy watching it, and that makes me feel, I always cry at births on TV. So
I know, well, people do, and you had a lot of reaction, obviously, on Twitter and on Facebook, and people kind of giving their opinions as to, you know, to how you were doing it. Not all of it positive. Did you kind of laugh that off? Did you expect to get a little bit of negativity?
Well, when we first walking into labour with your heels on, and then Danny's
Glaber,
yeah,
right.
Hashtag Glaber. Because I thought, I'm going to stay me, and that's the way I wanted to deal with it. You know, I was viewing it like my wedding day. It's something that a girl thinks of, giving birth. even though we don't always think of it positively, it's something we thought of for a lot of years, and I wanted to enjoy this moment that the birth of your first child, you'll never relive again. And from the back of having so many comments, I started my own blog. And I've had so many hits of women saying, I feel inspired, it's such good to see a positive side to giving birth and things like that. So
you had a blow dry in the morning, you chose your two-piece swimsuit that you wanted to wear in the birthing pool. Would you have done that if the cameras hadn't been there? Do you think you'd have worn a two-piece? Because it's unusual to wear a bikini top, I think, in a water birth, is it not? Yeah,
but I wanted to feel covered and modest. I actually
even if the cameras weren't there, you still have that modesty, would you?
Yeah. Because I wouldn't have felt in control if I was completely naked. I wouldn't have felt.
I guess everybody's just different, aren't they? It is. I remember thinking, what do you wear? I wasn't having a water birth, but I was thinking, what do you wear when you give birth? Because you can't imagine kind of just lying naked in front of people you've never met before.
I made it myself because we're fashion designers, so I thought, right, I need something. Obviously, I can't wear bikini bottoms, so I made the skirt and everything to keep the modesty intact. Because I'm thinking, well, I would have done it anyway, but thinking, my friends' dads might watch this. And, all these kinds of different things. And it wasn't restricting, was it, Jane?
No, not at all. It was perfect.
Yeah, I had quite a few people asking me
if they can have one.
Yeah. So
a new business. Eivissa, what you've come up with there, beautiful name as well. You're telling me you're half Colombian, so its origins are
Spanish.
Hispanic.
Hispanic. So.
And is she living up to the first premiere? Obviously, was pretty good. She was good on the original film. Is she living up to all that?
Yeah, she's our little star,
brilliant.
Isn't
she? It's the most amazing thing ever, and just tailor-making, being a parent to yourself, I think is.
And I think it's great what it does to throwing the spotlight on midwives. I think any woman who's had a really lovely birth experience just finds, I just wanted to give my midwife the world, afterwards, and I wanted to do anything I could for her because I just found her to be such a special woman. So for you midwives, that must be lovely that people respect what you do, they can see what you do and how important you are.
Yeah, I think it's a privilege to see any birth, and I get to see them every day, don't I? So it's really nice to kind of share that with the rest of the public, and then to be able to see how inspirational women are when they give birth, no matter what kind of birth you have.
Not all the men are like you, Danny, though. I mean, there are some men on one born every minute. I saw more of the last series, I have to admit, where you just want to give them a good slap. Making inappropriate jokes, not the most supportive comments. What do you feel like, Jane, when you see those kind of dads and blokes?
We just get really used to it and try and be very professional without being rude and focus on the woman, really, because if someone's kind of taking your mind of what you need to do for your job...
Have you ever had to walk one of them outside?
No, I'll just politely ignore them.
There was one, I think, last week saying, oh, we're going to have to buy the midwife lots of flowers and presents because that
Sausage rolls, wasn't it?
Yeah, she was swearing a little bit, I think. But you were so quiet as well, so zen-like.
Yeah.
Was that the intention?
Well, I thought I was talking, but looking back, when Danny got on the gas and air, I thought I was saying to him, what are you doing? You're so funny. But looking back, I was talking to myself in my head, but I felt like I was having an out-of-body experience, definitely, and just
you're obviously talking in your head, not out loud.
Yeah, not out
amazing.
Loud.
And Eivissa's got apparently 4 months worth of outfits before she was even born. I'm not sure if this is one of those outfits, but just to prove that you do take her everywhere and do everything with her, she was dressed up as a cat recently, I think, to go to a there she is, to go to a fancy dress. How old was she there?
Suitable for babies, by the way.
Yeah, of course. How old was she there?
Well, that was Halloween. She was born in September, so.
Did she like her first Halloween party?
She loved it. Yeah, she's very social, but we wanted her to be an extension of who we are as people, and just have fun and take her everywhere. And obviously she has a routine, but the location doesn't seem to matter, so she seems to be enjoying it, and we're enjoying it as well.
That's the best.
Well, that's the most important thing as well, isn't it? Because then she'll obviously, she's very contented, she'll feed into that, won't she? So.
Yeah.
Well done. You've all done a very good job, Jane. Thank you so much. Jane and I went to the same school.
Yes, we did.
We discovered earlier on today. Yeah. She's a lot younger than me. Thank you, Jane. Thank you so much, Danny, Heather, and of course you're the star, really, Eivissa. Yes, you are. Look at those gorgeous eyes. Okay, after the break, Tiffany Stevenson is here to give you a bit of a laugh in January. It's supposed to be the gloomiest month of the year. Oh, not round here, though. And why abandoned underground stations could soon see the light of day. More on that when I see you after the ads.